First of all, I would like to begin by welcoming everyone here to this celebration of the Venerable Khenchen Thrangu Rinpoche's 91st birthday. And I feel very grateful to have this opportunity to say a few words about Rinpoche's life. When Rinpoche speaks about his own life, one of the stories he tells most frequently is about the pilgrimage he took at the age of 11, traveling from Thrangu Monastery in Kham, across by yak caravan to Tibet, and to visit all of the sacred sites, to meet the 16th Karmapa, to be given white Tara as his Yidam deity, and to do a month-long retreat. Rinpoche wrote of this in one of his autobiographical writings. He wrote of this trip that perhaps he was too young to really appreciate what he saw at the time. But he was able to see what the Dharma in Tibet was like before the Cultural Revolution. From that time onwards, Rinpoche has dedicated his entire life to studying, practicing, propagating, and upholding the Dharma. He spent many years studying. He did some retreat. He did 5 years of Shedra. When he was 21, Kyabchen Rinpoche passed away suddenly, and he was given the burden of overseeing Thrangu Monastery. Though it would have been good for him to be able to study and to continue practice, he had to assume the responsibilities of overseeing the monastery. And this continued until 1958 and 59, when Rinpoche had to leave Tibet and flee to India. Then when he was in Rumtek Monastery in the 1960s and the first half of the 70s, he devoted himself wholeheartedly to serving the Gyaltsen Karmapa, the Kagyu lineage, the teachings of Buddhism, working night and day, teaching, studying, practicing, doing art, helping to build the new Rumtek Monastery. He devoted his entire life, his entire time, only to serving the teachings and to serving beings. At the suggestion of the Gyaltsen Karmapa, he began to build the retreat center here first in 1976. He began building the monasteries in Bodha, and gradually built monasteries and Dharma centers throughout the world. He traveled the world tirelessly from 1976-78 until very recently. And even when I first started traveling with him, it was hard to keep up with him because he was so dedicated. He had only thoughts of himself. Though he was 30 years older than I had trouble keeping up with him. And so such was Rinpoche's spirit, and such was Rinpoche's dedication and perseverance to the Dharma. This dedication not only in ways that we see with our eyes, but also Rinpoche was always dedicated to his own practice, his own study. And so in this way, the dedication, the perseverance, the diligence that Rinpoche exhibited, I think, is one of the greatest lessons we can take from his life. So when we look around and we see everything that Rinpoche has done, and we feel appreciation for what Rinpoche has done, it seems to me that the best way that we can express our appreciation of Rinpoche and to continue what he's doing is to do our best to follow his example, to be as diligent and to be as hardworking in our practice, our study, and our service to sentient beings. And so I think that that is really the most important thing to say this afternoon. So thank you very much for this opportunity. And I would like to give heartfelt birthday wishes to Khenchen Thrangu Rinpoche.